bring it out. But it's going to be mostly about LinkedIn, to be honest.
You've got me freaking out about my LinkedIn.
Oh, I'm glad.
You know what I did? I've been in a business for a long time, so that I had no stress about leaving this business, right? So I remember one night late, maybe over a few beers, creating my LinkedIn site because I heard about something on 4BC Radio. I think, oh yeah, okay. And then I went back to it about 8 months later. Went, what was I thinking? I wrote it like I was a comedian, and then I fixed that up, but now I'm freaking out about how
Well, you know what I'm going to do after this, eh? I'm going to check it out.
For sure.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Barry White.
Do you write it in a first person or third person?
Always first person.
Do you? I thought so.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple in third person. I'm like, I wonder if that's right.
No, the days of that third person approach is, it's all about engagement and getting in front of your ideal clients or customers and resonating with them. You're not going to do that in a third person.
Who is Nathan Johnson?
And actually, and have your personality shine, because that's what they want. They want to make sure that you're going to fit into their culture. Their business culture. So they don't want someone who's so stiff. They want to say, you're going to actually elevate this business by coming in.
And really your summary, that's the key. That's the make or break on it. And your summary really, it's not about you. And this is the big mistake everyone makes. It shouldn't be written about you. It should be written about your ideal client, the problems that they have and how you solve them.
That's great.
That's it.
You just remind me of the last time I worked in a business selling buildings. And so, we'd sit in this office, just me and another lad, and someone would phone and be like, oh, geez, he sounds a bit angry. So we'd Google him straight away, find out their whole story. Look at this guy. Look at him. No wonder he was angry. Or she sounded a bit hot. Google. Oh, look at her. It's a funny world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet people listening to this now are Googling me.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you,
no
Steve.
doubt. Hey, and I want to ask you, you've been on the coast a long time. Obviously, you've seen some change.
Yeah.
How's it going? Obviously, we've got the Common Games coming up in 2018. You were looking forward to it, but since you've been here for a long time, you've seen the growth. Yeah, has it been the ride you've enjoyed, or have we done things wrong on the Gold Coast? What do you think?
Oh, look, I think I was actually born here, but
wow.
But my family moved south when I was quite young, and I came back when I was 21. So yeah, wow, I've been back here 30 years.
Wow,
unbelievable. But
what part of south?
Sydney and around Port Stephens in Nelson Bay.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, so grew up most of my school time in Nelson Bay, which was an awesome place. But Daddy, it's changed in a massive way. And look, I think that anybody would say that you could do things better, but I still love it. There's nowhere. I travel all over the world, and every time I fly back into the Gold Coast or even Brisbane or whatever, it's just like, oh wow, it's just awesome to be home. So look, I think overall we've done a pretty good job, and like you said, the Commonwealth Games coming up, and I think just on the news last night, there's always this controversy over the spit and development out there, and so I don't know whether that new resort will get off the ground or not, but overall, I think we've got a great blend between the beaches and business and lifestyle and a hinterland and it's green. I think it's all there.
Because you said the same thing, Drew. Just come back from Japan, you couldn't wait. You loved it there, but you love to be home.
Yeah, it's paradise. It really is.
Yeah,
with everything. So nothing like the free open space where you're just like, there is no one around me, and I'm here. I'm in Currumbin, only 10 minutes from an airport, a major international airport.
Yeah.
And I just saw a kangaroo. That was just 5 minutes down the road. I had one Creek Road.
I had one bounce past my front door 2 days ago. I was like, now that's great, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all those little things every day that sort of make for a great day.
Yeah, and it's it's kind of something for everyone. If you like that apartment living, if you like the city living, that's great. It's there. If you like a bit of acreage, you can get that, or you just your normal sort of suburban house. There's something for everyone. Your
kids are getting older now. Your oldest daughter, she'd be how old now?
Brit's she's 21 in a couple of weeks.
How have you seen that transition coming through from obviously into adolescence and how they change? And obviously social media is a big part of their life. And
yeah. We've got 5 kids now, so and the youngest is 6, and up to Brit who's 21.
Wow!
So
about no time.
So you see that whole transition through that primary school and finding their feet in what it is that interests them, and Yeah, 5 kids, and all of them completely different in,
Wow.
in what it is that that makes them get up every morning and what they want to do in life. And
Yep.
it's it's an awesome journey having kids.
You must have a hardworking wife, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah?
she's well, she runs her own little business as well, so she's pretty busy, and but it just comes down to always like we said, just that compartmentalising your time and making time for kids, making time for yourself, a bit of travel, a bit of everything. So,
Do you ever get to the snowfields yourself?
yeah,
Was that sort of,
I haven't sort of been for quite a while now, and
or even the water skiing?
yeah, we actually kept up the water skiing as a family for a long time. Only till a few years ago that we really stopped, and the kids just kind of got different interests and whatever. We still used to travel down to Grafton and stay down there on the river there and here on the coast. But so no, life's it's probably past now as far as the major sort of thing that we do. But I'd still get out there and have a wakeboard if the chance arises, for sure.
And I was just looking at your Facebook, and it's just filled with just positivity and great focus, and you see the 6:30 news these days. It's so opposite. Like, you can just see why people are turning off traditional media and off the news, just getting onto social, because it's such a positive place to be. What's the reason you've sort of hit in that direction with all these positive messages? Is somewhere you are in your life right now?
Well, I think that there's just so much negativity in the world, and like you said, I don't watch the news. You turn the news on, and it's just all about just bad stuff.
Yeah.
So that stuff's going to filter through social media. The days of waiting till 6 o'clock to get the news, but by 6 o'clock it's old news.
Absolutely, well said.
So anything on social is you're knowing it in real time anyway. If it's important to you, you'll switch onto it. If it's not, it'll just fade into the distance. But I just think the world could use a bit more positivity, and just a few little positive messages every day is pretty cool.
Who are your mentors?
Oh, when I started out in social media, there was some social media gurus that I sort of looked up to, and now I know all these people. I've presented with them or
That's
been
great.
on podcasts with them or whatever. So they're like peers. But I have 2 real mentors. One of them's a guy in Singapore by the name of Paul Dunn.
Okay.
He's actually on the back of my book.
I saw that.
Yeah. So Paul's a pretty amazing guy, and been involved in some pretty incredible businesurs. And
Would we find him on YouTube or get to follow him, or how would we get to connect
just
with him?
Look him up on LinkedIn.
Yeah, great. Okay.
But through the company that he co-founded, which is Buy One Give One, an amazing organisation. They're a global. They're not a charity. They're a global giving initiative. And what you really should do is look up b1g1.com. Have a look at what they're all about. Okay. And so Paul's probably one of my major mentors. Another guy in Brisbane by the name of Dr. David Dugan. He's a very elite business coach, and it's in fact now also my business partner. So
wow, great.
So he started out as one of my mentors, and we've now started a company together.
Wow, that's good. What about you, Drew? Who's your mentor?
Well, what a great question. I don't know. I really, I've asked myself this question a long time. I couldn't tell you, I guess my father's a self-made millionaire from nowhere, but he's a very rugged and tough man.
Thanks for saying that, mate.
He's very,
Because I know that you really dig your dad a lot. It's great that you have that as a mentor for you. It's fantastic.
Well, is he my mentor? I don't know. Every day.
Well, he's produced you, hasn't he?
Oh, he has. Yeah, he is. But you know what I'm saying. With that's my life. Like, I've got this guy above me there, so I'm constantly searching for others. Like what? But I just keep seeing this guy who's done nothing. I mean, he's done everything from absolutely nothing.
He's on the grind,
and he's still there. 68 years old, running this big business.
Because he's had good values, good virtues.
Yeah,
and he's stuck to that.
Generous person.
Yep.
Yeah, he's angry though.
Hey,
68 years.
Does he have a LinkedIn?
Of course not. No, that's all.
Yeah,
I can hear him saying it now.
Back in the day, we didn't need that.
Yeah, I wish he did. I really wish he did.
Yeah. Look, I think having mentors is an important thing, but if you don't have one, but like we were talking about earlier, just reach out to people that are in your industry that you probably think, oh, this guy would never talk to me, but you pick up the phone and just say, "Hey, look, I've been admiring you for a while, and you're obviously pretty successful at what you do, and I was wondering if you give me 5 minutes of your time." I
Great
guarantee
tip.
you, 95% of the time they'll say yes.
Yeah, because no one's probably asking him
No.
at all. What about you, Steve?
I've been right into Seth Godin lately. The Purple Cow. What a read that was. Amazing. And Simon Sinek, The Power of Why, starting from why. And that's a good one. And definitely, as we spoke about before, Gary Vaynerchuk, social media. What an absolute guru that guy is. Took his parents' wine business from 3 million to 60 million. And then he's just a guru at it. So he runs the Ask Gary V show. Got to check that on your YouTube. It'll change your life.
This is where I envy you guys. Like my best mate, he reads books all the time. I'm actually addicted to social media.
Yeah.
Like I read books right up until I got hooked on Facebook, and I'm doing that thing where you're just scrolling, going, "What are you doing?" Yeah. I could be reading, and add a few young kids. They're my excuses anyway, So I know it's knocking on my door, going, "Just read some books."
Yeah, but also even if you haven't got the time to read a book, there's just so many great blogs out there now. So you can just get a 1,000 word article or whatever you can knock over in 5 minutes. But if you just made the time to read 2 or 3 of those a day, you'd be gold.
Right.
So how do people find blogs if they're not really sure about how to work the internet?
Is there
stuff?
a one-stop?
Yeah,
Or is that your next
I have
book?
no idea.
no, but I think Facebook and a lot of the social media is got quite an artificial intelligence behind it, and it kind of knows what you're searching for and is starting to serve you up, that content you're looking for. So just spending a bit of time on Facebook, you'll probably find all of a sudden the stuff you're interested in will just start appearing in front of you anyway.
What's your thought on disruption as far as the way that UberX, now valued at $60 billion, and have just come out of nowhere? How do you think about these new industries? Airbnb.
Yeah, exactly.
This is where it's
Airbnb,
happening.
what an awesome sort of one to look at. It's just came out of nothing. It's now worth more than the Marriott chain. It's
So what's happening?
Due to the phone, by the way, these things like Uber, just because of that thing.
Yeah, and look, I think it's the way of the future that people are just going to keep coming up with these great ideas.
Yep.
And that's the thing that, social media and the online world now can just give you a global presence. So It's all about just having a great idea and having the balls to stick with it and give it a go.
Because I was listening to the Ask Gary V show, and he's talking about his brother AJ was one of the first person to ever go in an Uber car. And it was, and by the time he was in the office in New York and ordered it, until we went downstairs, they realised, hey, this isn't transportation. This is about saving time, because time is where the attention is right now. So everyone's trying to save time because we're in such a busy place. Yeah. So maybe that's what they're offering is just saving your time rather than transportation. Because Google's just brought out a new car that's going to be driverless, so it's automated. And the reason for that is Google wants you to spend more time on the internet, so they don't want you to driving. Which is amazing.
Which you will, yeah.
That's where it's happening. That new automated car where no one drives, they're going in production right now through all the car manufacturers. So my little boy, who's now 3, will never drive if he doesn't have to. He'll just sit in the back there and be on internet. Welcome to the future. Yeah. It's just coming.
Checking your LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Checking my LinkedIn and podcast on your dad. So, yeah. So, look, that's been a fantastic podcast. And so thanks to Adam for coming in and giving some of his time up. Did you want to finish off and plug any of your programs or books that's coming up?
Look, really just, I think We Are Podcast. It's really, if you're around the Gold Coast area, it's really something worth, even if you don't think you're interested in podcasting, the opportunity to get in front of so many industry experts in over a 2-day period is amazing. So 7th, 8th of November, Mantra Hotel in Surface. Be there.
Yeah, Mantra on View Surface Paradise. We're going to be there, aren't we, mate?
Oh, yeah.
We're hoping to hit up Adam for a couple of free comp tickets.
Yeah, I think we can organise that.
We'll see how we go. But yeah, thanks so much, Adam. Really appreciate your time, and you've been an inspiration to me throughout my career. And thanks for the opportunity.
No worries, guys. And I think, Drew, we need to get that caravan of yours out the front of We Are Podcast for those 2 days.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Nice to meet you, mate.
No worries, guys. Great to be here.